Hi, and welcome to the Dope South radio series, Keeping It 100. And I'm your host, She-Rex Mikes. And today's topic, we're going to go over the biggest lie in the music industry and how to overcome that lie, or how to make it where it's not such a big lie anymore. Anyhow, what they don't tell you, or what they do really say in the music industry, is like everything is a secret, from like how to write a song to how to make a beat to how to market and promote your stuff. And that's a lie. Reason why I say it's a lie is because it's really not a secret. But we always say, the game is, to be sold and not to be told. So a lot of people probably going, get mad at me for doing this here. But oh well. One of my passions is telling things and doing things to help people rather than keeping my mouth shut and people get held back. All right. So, let's think about it. What's the biggest thing that people complain about that rappers do all the time? The biggest complaint that I hear from producers, promoters, or pretty much anybody that deals with a rapper at all, is that all these rappers feel entitled. Even producers sometimes feel entitled too. But all these rappers feel entitled. They don't want to pay for anything. They don't want to, they're a struggle rapper. They always want something for free or a discount or whatever. All right. So what rappers, I would say a lot of artists in the industry right now that are still, I would say, haven't made it yet, haven't got signed, haven't done anything except for maybe, make some music, perform a couple of shows, do whatever. What they haven't learned yet is how to leverage their value. And so I'm going to get a little bit more into that here. What I really mean by that is, what can you do that someone else can't do? Or either they can, they just don't have the time to do it. So by no means am I saying every time you want something, as far as like if you're a rapper, every time you want something, should you say, hey, I can do this for you, and you turn around and you do this for me, versus paying for a service. Reason why I want to preamble that is just because sometimes the service that you're asking for, has a lot of sweat equity behind it, a lot of time. Sometimes it could be where that person had to pay for something to be able to provide you that service in the first place. So I'm not saying every time, this is going to work, but I'm just saying, you got to think about it. What can you do that somebody else can't do, that they don't have the time to do? Like, you might be an artist. You might know how to do graphic design and like design an album cover or something like that. But being that you're an artist, you're recording, you're doing shows, you're always on the road, you stay busy, you might not have time to do that. So you pay somebody else to do it, right? All right. So I'm just going to say this. If you try to do it that way, like if you try to go to somebody, hey, I can do this service for you. My name is, MC Taco or whatever, and I got this big album out, and I got a following, and I got some fans, and if you let me use your beat or produce this beat for me, or if you let me use your service for the album design, you'll gain a lot of exposure. See, that doesn't always work, because if you haven't gotten a following yet, because, a lot of times people be like, oh, I'm up and coming, I'm the next big thing, as long as you work with me, help me out, whatever. But if you ain't got a following yet, I'm going to tell you like this. My answer would be no to you on some of the stuff that I offer that I can do. So I won't be surprised somebody else's answer is going to be no to you too, if you already got a following yet. But anyway, I'm going to use myself because I know myself more than I know anybody else. So I'm going to use myself as an example. A lot of people know that I work with DJ Scrooge McDuck. We have a great partnership. We're really cool with each other. We learn a lot of stuff. Sometimes we're bouncing ideas back and forth off each other. You know, we just pretty much, we work together. Great. You know, and that's always good. I mean, it's always great to build a partnership with somebody. Now, I put emphasis on that word partnership for a reason. But with our partnership, we add value to each other. I know things Scrooge doesn't know. He knows things about business I don't know. I have some connects that he don't have. He has some connects that I don't have. So, we increase the value of each other because I can reach the people that he can't reach, and he can reach the people that I can't reach. So, we're always teaching each other things, sometimes going back and forth, giving each other ideas or suggestions and stuff like that. And, either one of us says it works or one of us says, no, it's not a good idea or whatever. But we increase the value in each other that way. And a lot of times if we're pushing and promoting the same product, we add value because people I'm reaching, he might not have been able to reach, and people he's reaching, I might not be able to reach. So I'm going to give you another example outside of me. All right, so I'm going to do it on a bigger scale. All right, let's go a step further. We have Drake and 40. No one would have probably really dug or got into Drake if it wasn't for 40's beats and production skills. Something that Drake probably can't do for himself, as far as I don't know if Drake, ever made a beat in his life. But Drake can rap. We don't know if 40 can rap. So they used each other to gain exposure, you know what I'm saying? So 40's beats helped Drake propel himself, and Drake rapping over his beats and being a pretty decent rapper with the following helped 40 gain exposure for himself. So I'm going to even go, let me see. I would say I was going to go a step further, but I think I'm going to save that for what I'm getting ready to turn this into and what I'm getting ready to say next. So I'll just say this. So if you're looking for a record deal or start off independent to maybe partner with a bigger label later, then here's what that's what they're really looking for. Here's what they're looking for. Value. What you bring to the table. What can you do for them that they can't already do for themselves? Record labels can't make fans. Artists make fans. So that's it. So if you can grab people's attention and make fans out of them, then yeah, you might have a label or two knocking at your door. Right? So anyway, now here's something that's going to help out a lot of you OGs. And I say OGs, I mean rappers that have been rapping for a long time. I mean, you're old. I'm just saying that you've been in the game, you've been rapping or producing for a while. And me personally, I'm kind of in the middle, so I'm not an OG, but I'm not really new either. So, OGs, you guys have to keep in mind that these young guys are keeping up with what's changing. So, if something's changed in the music industry, or if something's changing, even in as far as how music gets put out, because some things have changed. The biggest thing for a while was, these mixtape websites. Now, these mixtape websites have switched to, being more mobile, or at least mobile friendly. So, and then now you're having these smaller mixtape websites, so it's more competition. And one of the other biggest lies is everything's oversaturated. It's not. Really, it's only 5% of us in the whole wide world that are artists and producers out of 7 billion people. So do the math and you'll kind of figure out how many people that really is in the world that's actually doing production and being artists. But anyhow, these young guys can teach these OGs the things that change. However, you have newer rappers, and these newer rappers have to keep in mind that these OGs have the experience that you don't have. They've been doing it for a long time. So they can tell you, don't go, left, because going left might get you hurt. You might as well go right. Stuff like that. So I'm probably leading up to, the question, what's a way to build value in yourself, in your brand, in your, your group, or just in your production, whatever you do as an artist, what's the way to build value? Let me tell you the biggest thing here, and probably some people are not going to like this, and they're going to hate it because it requires you to do work for nothing. So it's give more than you receive, but it really isn't for nothing. You're going to win, and then give more than you receive. Before I go any further, I'm not saying give away your music or any service that you might be able to provide that costs you money to provide. I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying give those things away for free. Really, what I'm saying is we live in a society that works off instant gratification. And really, a lot of times, the only way you can grab somebody's attention is to give something away for free. I'm not saying give everything away for free. I'm just saying give maybe a little piece of yourself or a piece of something that leads them to what you offer, that leads them to the product. Because when you're an artist or you're a producer, your music is the product. It's ultimately what you want to lead the people to, right? And let's see. And if you really expect people to do something for you for free, then guess what? Why can't you give something away for free also? It's kind of, and I'm not even talking to them. Like, you put out something, that on the web or whatever that helps somebody, or, and you do it for free, maybe advice, something knowledge-based, something that they can't do or, don't know for themselves. And then watch, how your fan base grows, or just a little bit, even just a little bit at the time. So I'm going to use myself as an example. Again, I gained like a pretty big following because I offered people's music. I offered playing people's music for free on Dope South Radio. I did that as a free service to them. Granted, really, the only promotion that the song probably got was me tweeting their song out. But what can you expect? I'm playing it for free, right? I'm not charging anybody. I mean, you got a lot of these radio stations, internet radio stations, that ain't got no type of, listeners, and they want it, and they're asking you to, to pay $25, $50, whatever dollars, but they don't have any listeners at all. They barely have any listeners, if any. And I'm not saying this to brag, but I think I worked very, very hard to, even though I'm playing the artist songs for free, as far as like if they submit their songs, I worked very, very hard to gain the listenership that I have. So, and I'm always trying to grow the listenership. So it's not really, so they're still getting promotion, they're just getting it a different way. All right. But anyhow, I didn't expect anything back from me playing those songs for free. I didn't expect anything back. I gave it away for free as far as, playing the music, and my inbox stays flooded with emails all the time. People wanted me to play their music. Really, right here, this Keeping It 100 series. I'm doing this as an act of giving because hip hop music and educating people about, the music and music business is my passion. Which leads me, to the whole point of this video. The easiest way to add value is something that hasn't really been a part of hip hop culture, but it's slowly growing. and it's slowly becoming a part of it. The easiest way to add value is to teach. This is for some of you old heads out here that, are listening to this, that's been rapping for like forever. Do you realize that you can possibly, depending on how good you are at it, and it really depends, because if you suck, you just suck. But you could possibly create another stream of income by taking 2 hours out of your day just to create a webinar or just a anything. I mean, a book, like an ebook that's real popular now, about how to make a beat, how to write a song, how to promote, how to rock a show. Pretty much things that, you have experience in. So you could take time, maybe not even 2 hours or less, possibly spend maybe like a couple of dollars on some, ads like on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever like that. Not much, just a couple of dollars. But do you realize? But you most likely can get the return on your investment and create a stream of income just simply by giving some of your experience. So, and it goes the other way too, because these new cats, they know what's popping out here, so they can turn around and, do the same thing and teach some of you old cats what's new, because it's human nature to, get stuck in what we've been doing for so long that we miss what's coming out new, what makes, doing something so much easier, faster. I mean, the way the society is now, you can reach a lot of people a lot faster than you could maybe about 5 years ago. So these new cats out here, these new rappers can probably teach these old heads some things in regards to that, and the changes that's been going on and everything like that. Because the music industry is always changing. So you're probably wondering, with me saying that if I teach everybody everything I'm doing and I'm creating competition, yes and no. I'll say yes because you might have some people that are out there trying to do the same thing you do. I'm pretty sure there's probably somebody that's out there that's getting ready to say, oh, well, damn, Sheila just made, did this. Yeah, I'm going to say my real name, whatever. Sheila, Renee, y'all see the if you're on my Facebook, you see the whole moniker. So anyway, they'll say, oh, well, Sheila just put out a video talking about this and that. Let me see if I can copy what she did. And I'll put out a video talking about the same thing and see if it works. And if I gain a following that way, you can try. You can try. But guess what? You might not gain the same people I gain as a follower, people following. Reason why I say this is because you won't have the experiences I have. And you don't have the personality I do. And, I'll give you this much. There's like 0.1%, and I may be wrong in the math, but it's a very small percentage of DNA in each and every one of us that makes us all different. If it wasn't for that percent, that's a very small percentage of DNA, we would all look alike, sound the same, and maybe have the same personality. But it's that small percentage that makes us all different that's in each and every one of us. So even if you try to copy somebody else and what they do, you're not going to be able to do it the way that they did it because you're not them. Also, one thing I suggest, and you'll probably see me doing this as I get more time on my hands, but you have to remember I'm an artist, I'm a producer, and also I'm trying to, run a radio station too even. So, and also trying to, get this international TV network that I'm working on started and get that off the ground. So I stay very busy. So sometimes it's easier for me to just sit here and do these presentations and teach people than it is for me to just make a video. But anyhow, You don't have the personality that I have, so you might not be able to reach the people or appeal to the people that I appeal to. So, I'm not saying don't try it. You can. That's what I'm here for. I want everybody, teach something that, you can't, that somebody else doesn't know how to do, that, they're going on YouTube and looking for, or whatever. They're going on whatever website, looking for, post it up. The search engine, does a lot of work, and sometimes you never know if that one time that person is posting how to promote this, or how to write a song, or how to produce, or how to make a beat. You don't know what's going to pull up because, of Google's algorithm. So you never know. So just try it. All right. Now, the value in teaching something that you already know. I'm going to tell you that. It's loyalty. Because if you teach something that's, that somebody doesn't know already, if you teach them something, guess what they keep doing? They keep coming back. They keep coming back for more because you taught them something they didn't know. So I'm going to challenge each and every one of you that are listening to this podcast. This podcast, I like to call it my video podcast. I'm going to challenge each and every one of you to find something that you're good at and teach it. And just put it out there and see what type of following you do. Now, you're going to have to, of course, maybe promote it and stuff like that. But just see what happens. Teach something that somebody else doesn't know they need help with. And also, I'm going to challenge you to give more than you receive. So really just to go back and sum up everything I said. Everyone thinks that the music business has secrets on how to make it. There really aren't any secrets. Learn to leverage your value. It's called networking. Hopefully you'll create, some great partnerships and things like that. Offer something that someone else may need help with or that they can't do for themselves. Give more than you receive if you expect people to give to you. And teach. Give your expertise on things. Spread some knowledge. People are always looking for knowledge. We're always looking on how to do something. And also, you'll gain loyalty. If you really do it well, you might even be able to monetize from it and gain a following. And in turn, you're helping out others. All right? So, this concludes the podcast for today. I'm gonna try to keep these relatively short. Stay tuned for the next installment of the Keeping It 100 series. I'm She-Rex Mics, and you know what I'm always do right here. When you listening here, I'm going to keep it 100. You can like, comment, subscribe. Please, by all means, do that, because the more y'all subscribe and like and comment, I don't care if you tell me I'm full of bullshit. You can tell me I'm full of bullshit if you want to. That's fine. But just, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Because all that's going to happen is all of these just going to get better. All of these are just going to get better. All right? So see you guys next time. And remember, keep it 100.